All right, and we are back. Good afternoon for me. I'm just going to be continuing on what I did last night, which is the music auto composer thing. You might notice I've got a new illustration and some different colors and stuff. I drew that this morning. Um, It's not perfect, but I think it's a lot better than what I had before, which is like 6 years old or something. So, yeah, let's see. So I had a bunch of to-dos lying around here. So I'm hoping that I can do some of these to-dos today. Yeah. Lots of twos, lots to dos. You get it. Just check that we are running and live and everything. That we are. All right. This ought to be fun. So let's see. What did I even write last night? It was like 2 a.m. when I stopped. So let's see where I got to. The double length parts and the right. I considered prioritizations and fixing. Right, it's not right now. We change the note. It doesn't change the bass note. That's okay. That's okay. We can work with that. Let's keep this the same. I want to see. I should test it with a different BPM, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, and it even auto set the. Alright. Let's give this a go. See what it made us. Hmm. Right, so obviously, let's say it looked like this. Let me just try to manually see, make a version here that might have been reasonable. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so let's see here. I definitely need to do some more research in regards to which keys sound good together. Hmm. Uh, Music, which keys sound good together? Hmm. Calls for a test. Hmm. Could be worth a theory check. Let's see here. Pull this up and we'll say mm, mm, let's see, 8B, and then it jumps to jumps to 8A. These aren't the actual. I see. So it goes from C major to A minor. Oh, okay. Right. So that's worth noting. So you can make some pretty decent stuff by just focusing on two steps snapped to two steps. Hmm. Okay, I guess let me try starting with that then. So that'll be our focus point for now, and we'll go step length. That's this. So we'll do snap uh, snap time equals step length times 2, and snap length equals step length times 2. That way we can just have a general sense of hmm, ah Pooh. It's a bit silly maybe, but it'll do. It's just for prototyping purposes anyway. So theoretically, that should put us at a two-step snap. Yeah, I think so. Let's give it a go. And we can get rid of this and pull open a new one. All right, this is still probably quite dull, but it is a more common structure. Oh, right, I'm still at 96. Okay, you know what? That's not terrible. Get rid of that. Open up. I should find a way to simplify this process. Okay, I'm gonna try to run with my other note, which was I should add a chord part soon, but for now, what I should do is this one with the double length parts, which runs this, and how do I handle this? That means I can't go with the same system that I have been. Hmm. Hmm. Let's say I set it to run in the 3/4. So it runs 3 repeated, then 1 different, then 3 repeated, then 1 different for double structures. That should be my go-to for now, I think. But then I need to do something different for block count. Maybe I should go like this, and then I can say 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, like that. This is getting a little bit structured, but I can always automate the structuring later, I will say so. What am I... Let's see, I should probably set this up so it takes these arguments like this. So that way we define the structure up here, like so. Then down here, I can redefine it. Oops. So we have 1 and 2 and 3. This gives us some more leeway and tells us like that. Yeah. Why did I write reverse? It's bridge. Do something here. And then run up the types, and that's just a number array, and then we have the parts, which is where we do the structure. Oh wait, it's not a, it's a record of IDs to structures which are double number arrays like that. Do segment.id, and then we can say the segment is actually equal to segment ID like that. Parts like that. And like this, and like so. Okay, so now we're back to where we were before, but we should now theoretically have the freedom necessary to actually accomplish this repeat that I want. I should close Discord. So the goal here, so step 1, I have to get rid of this bit here. Right, so goal should be probably separate this out, I'm thinking. Oh, did OBS fall out? Strange. Alright, fine. Seems like it's not transferring enough kilobytes per second. I'll have to do something about that. But not right now, because I don't care. Nobody's watching anyway, so, you know, who's gonna complain? So, this, I'm gonna get rid of all of this. Okay, so now we're back to what I had with this. Yes. Okay. So what I need to actually accomplish here is
System failure.
right. So this is the note construction. I've already forgotten how half of this works. Let me see. So this is the segment note count. I need to separate this out into functions before I forget. Leftmost time, that means this is the furthest down we are. So this is 1 bar, I guess. Create notes for bar. Create for bars. That seems right. Yes. Okay. So what I want to do is, yeah, this is doing the 1, 2, 3, and then a different one. So, so. First things first. This should not be out here. This should be in here. That's an obvious fault on my part. We want to give the ability to create different parts here. So we want to. So that's a structure that takes this and this and. Okay, so this is what I need to handle. I need to figure out how to prevent it. No, I needed to refer back to the original parts. I think it's this, the melody structure, that I need to get rid of, or at least modify, right? So this takes, that's not what I typed, the structure dot length. So that gives us the 2, and this is then gonna drag from this structure segment to ID out everything. Yeah. Okay, let me just song that structure that link, because if I just preemptively make a bunch of stuff, doesn't matter what. For now, I need to okay. We do this part so it only makes the so it only constructs the note segments that it actually needs to. Also allows for them to be interconnected properly and have alts. There we are. So let me just get a hold of this properly. So this is going to be notes, and that's going to be equivalent to this. Yes, okay. And that's going to drag from segments, and that's going to drag from song.structure I, which is going to give us no, wait. I need parts. That's what I need.
Mission accomplished. Congratulations.
So I need to drag from song.structure I. So that gives us this, and then I need to take, I really need to rename my things. And then number array. So from this, I've got my segments. Right. You know what? I should just downright redo this part here now so I can reference this properly. Oh, I could just do the quick fix. Thinking quick fix, maybe. So the best way to handle this is just to say, okay, we've got our number array, a 2D number array. Okay, let me just do a quick test here. Segment index, right, now we'll do segment index equals 0. And now I can just quickly say if this no, wait, did I get this wrong? What was I doing here before? That took the block count, which was the segment length. Right. So this is gonna just permit me to set it to 1, or we'll set it to 2, and that'll be a let. So then we can just do a quick 0, 1, 2 like that, and that'll do 0, 0, yes. Right? Oh, wait, no, not if that. No, because that's already based on the segment structure. Alright, so I just need to redo this, so no problem. I know I have this here that creates bars, so let me just start by separating stuff out. No big deal. Function make bar, and that'll go like that, and that will return an array of notes. Hmm. This might need like a class or something just to simplify. I could put it inside. That might be better actually. It's a little bit of a cheat, but naming at least, yeah, sure, why not? So now we do all this stuff and we define out the function in here. And then we make bar, and then we push that bar Is that what we want to do? I mean, do we really need to do it like this? Can't we just do it on the fly while we're doing the actual construction? That might make more sense. So, let's say I just removed all of this. So then we only have make bar. And then I can do make bar like that. So that makes us a bar of, yeah, so that makes us just a bar. So now we should have, let me test this. Now we should have a complete, just random series of bars, one after the other. But each bar should at the very least be fulfilled. Right, we only have one bar, and this is on a 4-bar basis, which I've described as like a segment or something. And it looks like there's some sort of mix-up somewhere, so I need to handle that. So then we'll say the block length will just become... Should I just make it a segment length? Would that make sense? A segment length. So what I'm actually trying to do here is I want to take the song dot structure dot yada yada, and then inside of that I'll do a let j equals 0 just less than the parts, which is song structure I dot structure dot length j plus plus, and then we make a bar, and then we add to it the segment length, which is, okay, I seriously need to rename this. A segment is a bar here, yes? Bar length, bar length. Okay, good. Step length, bar length. And that's a block length is 4 bars. A block is 4 bars. There we go. A block is 4 bars. tone offset like that. Okay, that's a better naming structure, I think. Let's try this again. Okay, this is more what I expected. That's not right. That's a bug. Okay, so there's clearly something off here. So they're overlaying again, which is not good. Need to handle that. But it seemed like for the first part here, it was all pretty much good. It was not until this part where it got messed up, which is after the first two, which means it's after the verse, which means it's probably an issue with this, I suspect. Block is... Okay, so a block is 4 bars, and this structure length is equivalent to the number of blocks in a part, and a part being a verse or... Okay, I'm going to rename this part structure. There we go. That tells us something about that. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. So it got messed up after the second one, which means this... Is the time offset not functioning properly? Or what? Oh, I see. Right, so the issue is actually just that I'm not passing along the segment ID. That's all it is. Segment ID, segment ID. Can pass that down there as well. And then we can apply the segment ID instead of I down here. And where's that thing? I touched on something here. Right. Okay. Let's give that another go. That should fix... Okay, well, I mean, I guess technically speaking it did fix the overlap, but I forgot to make it a multiple of 4 because it's now no longer in bars, which means this one only generates... Right, okay, so now I can do the actual thing that I wanted to do. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that's actually, that is what I wanted. So, now that I've got my overall layout, which is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which for some reason only generated 1. That might be a problem. 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, that's not right. This one. This is messed up. That's supposed to be 2 there, so we can handle that at some point. But for the time being, let's just say down here, we don't even need to do it like this. This is overcomplicated. We don't need the eyes or anything like that. We can just do song part of like that, and that gives us the block structure. Yes, that's what that gives us. Yes, yes, okay. Which means I should rename that block structure, block structure, block structure, block structure. Okay, better naming conventions clearly when necessary. So now we've got a block structure which gives us a series of data. So now we make a block map, which is just going to be a very basic record of numbers to note arrays, I think. Yep. And we'll do... Right, so I need to do what I did before, which is that, or make bar, and then we drag it from the block map, which is the block structure, which means we need to loop through that. So const, what is it? What did I call it? It's a bar ID of block structure, bar ID. Which means that's not a block map, that's a bar map. It's the map to the nearest bar, the nearest pub. So that's the bar ID, and otherwise we make the bar and then we say bar map, bar ID equals notes. So now we have this and this and this and this, and that should probably, maybe, plausibly get us what we're looking for, maybe. I'm still a bit concerned about the bridge. We'll see. Okay, let's see. So it appears to be 1, 2, 3 new, 1, 2, 3 repeated, new, and then we've got the chorus that repeats, and we've got the 3 parts. Okay, the bridge is just plain missing for some reason. I have no idea why. There should be no difference. Okay, the bridge is missing a second part for some reason. Why? Well, let's listen through what we have right now. Okay, and then it just goes dead for the second part of the bridge. I guess that is sort of a bridge. Well, I mean, that is technically a piece of music. It's not very good, but it is significantly better than what we had last night, which I consider a success. So, what is it called? Refactor names and add 3/4 repeat. There we go. So now to figure out what in the world is going on with the bridge. So it's definitely registering and it's creating one part correctly, but then it's creating another part incorrectly, which I suspect has something to do with the IDs. I think I must have gotten it wrong somewhere. Question is, where? So this will be the part notes. And look like that. There we go. A part is something, for example, a list of part IDs, part being equivalent to a chorus, verse, bridge, etc. A map. So, now to figure out what's gone wrong. So this is the block structure. A block including, in this particular case, 4 IDs. And then it pushes to the melody those notes. Okay, let me... It's clearly a reproducible problem, so the question is, how do I figure out what the issue is here? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. I guess I should start by logging my block structure. What are you on? Huh? Oh, that's oops. That's danger of a refactor. What am I looking at? Huh? Hold on. That's definitely not correct. Right, I better rename this. No wonder I got all confused. Okay, so we've got verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus. Mhm, 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 mhm. And no overlaps. Okay. So. Seems like we accomplished our initial goal. So fix bridge. It's not technically audited, but it's a good enough comment. So, right, that resolves this, and okay. I say we should get along to constructing some chords. Yeah. The difficulty here comes in a rather limited system from up here. But since chords tend to follow mostly the same pattern, let me just try to make a really quick prototype here. So you might be noticing that right now I'm just sort of, how shall we say, pre-programming a lot of the structure, and I'm hoping we can sort of automate this in the future. Right, and the problem with the chords is actually that they almost need to refer back to the previous set of chords. So the IDs for chords actually need to be um, uh, persists across parts. Hmm. Right, so this is where we run into trouble with this system. Uh, uh, type equals major so that'll give it a is less than let me just do this hard coded for once. Start tone, root tone, I think it's called. And that'll be equivalent to 1 bar. And we'll start at 0, and then we'll do these, and we'll say plus 3 and plus 2. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. So that gives us a basic major third, which again pretty hard coded, but whatever, we'll deal with that for now. Actually, I wonder what'll happen if I run this now. It'll give us something pretty weird, I think. Oh right, I need to really pass in the velocity, otherwise we'll get pretty messy result. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say velocity is equal to item dot velocity, and that will be in here as well. And that'll be velocity 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. and 0.75. Start. Import both. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I'll just get them as different instruments so I can tell the difference. And it looks like it's generated them about the way I expected, and they change with each period. Okay, that's not right. That's not correct. Why is that not? It's because I messed up the numbering, of course. Plus 4 plus 3, there we go. That's my bad. Should have seen that one coming. Okay, so that gives us... Let me just see what happens if I pull this up. Oh, we've got a repetitive issue. Hmm. Okay. Figure out why it's doing that incorrectly. I'll bump this up to 6.5. I can just start by lowering. Right, okay. Why is this wrong? It's only bar length long and it's repeated bar length. 1, 2, so verse, chorus, and then the first part of the verse is where it messes up. Is that because I accidentally duplicated something incorrectly? It sure is. That's because I doubled up on the chorus. That's my bad. That's my bad. Let's see, what do we actually have of... Right, so we've got major, major 7th, that's that one, right? Do we not, is there no such thing as a major 9th? Funny. Minor 9th. Right, so I need variations, and the variations will be stamps, let's call it, and that'll be an array of arrays, and it'll be 0 for 7 for a basic major 3rd, and let's do a major 5th. That's what is that? 3, 2, 3, so that's 11. And let's do a minor 3rd, minor 5th, and a minor 9th. I should probably do it like this. So that one is 3, 3, 3, and then this one becomes like that, and then that adds another like that, I think. I assume so anyway. Is that what a major 9th looks like? Minor 9th? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, yes, okay. That gives us some options, and we'll do stamp. Stamp index will be equal to random range 0 to stamps.length, and math.floor, and then we can say stamp is equal to stamps, stamp index, and then stamp position will be equivalent to 0, and then we'll just do const stamp offset of stamp, and then we can go like that, and we can say plus stamp offset, and that should basically give us yes, that should give us some variation. Might not sound very good, but it's a start. So we go like that, and then we open this. Okay, plop that in there. Okay, looks like we've got our variations. And I'm gonna do a quick bit of fiddling just to make sure this all seems good. Okay. A little bit iffy. Let me just see what it would sound like with. Okay, so that's actually not bad. We're definitely making some improvements, though I did notice it sort of went a bit haywire. I need to do something to make sure the chords are better connected. So that's a to do have chord parts. Chord parts be interconnected across entire piece rather than being individually created per part. There we are. So I've mostly focused on doing major stuff right now, so let me remove the minors, like so. That way we keep ourselves in the realm of major. You know what, actually let me I should probably add that key well, how do I describe this? Major. Type. Is this a scale type? Whatever. I'll rename it later when it becomes confusing. Major and minor, and we've got the major, and that will be equivalent to those ones. So this will be that'll be stamps, song.type, like so, and that'll grab from that. And I had another thing up here, which is currently attached to the bass tone offset. I should probably do something about that. I'll just, for now, we'll do song.type. And that way I can say, oh, when we're doing major, we're doing that one. When we're doing minor, we're doing 1, 3, 6, 8, 10. That's not accurate. What I just did there is incorrect. That's not how that works. But now we do have this set up, which is good. That part I'm pretty confident in. So, reading. Hmm. Okay, let's music scales. Gonna borrow this guy's video just to see what he does in terms of making lo-fi, because I think that's probably a solid starting point. Right, so he does sevenths actually in his hmm. Right, so I figure something roughly like that is probably what we're going for. Uh, JS cards. That's not useful cards. That's not a thing. Nobody has Danish mountains. Denmark is the flattest country. Right, so I'm not great at reading sheet music, to be honest. Music theory is ever so complicated. Or maybe I should just actually read it instead of skimming it. That might also help. But okay, I think... Right, so we've got that. And let me see if I can just whip something up. Right, so let me try to open one of my things here. Turn it up. and turn it up. Okay, so the delay on these actually messes up kind of. Let me check while I'm at it what he actually placed this in. Right, 60 to 90. So let's focus on making something lo-fi for now. Song currently focused on lo-fi, right? So let's do 80 BPM, and I need a bass line. So the bass line, I'm thinking we'll just cheat a little bit, and we'll just say it's the root note pulled down an octave. Bass, that's not how you spell bass. Minus 12, I believe. Is it 12? It is 12, right? Pretty sure. Well, we can check. So that runs it down like so. I haven't implemented inversion or anything like that yet, you'll notice. Stamps, stamp, index, what are you complaining about? Stamps. Song dot like that. There we go. Why is it not giving me these errors while I'm looking at it? That would be much easier. Yeah, create that. Uh, 200, 200, and while I'm at it, I can actually maybe pull the melody up just a little bit, pop that in, move this down one, and let's have a look. One octave, 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 and set set. What am I setting? Set move chords down one octave, whatever, and set instrument for melody and chords to be labs soft piano, probably turned up to 200% or above. Right, so now I add chords like that. Okay, so that's settled, and we've confirmed that this sounds good for the basic piano and the other thing. So let's now try to focus on doing some. We've got the bass as well, and I thought that sounded pretty good. So now I need to figure out what to do for. Right, the bass is actually a different instrument. So that should be my task now, is to make sure that the bass is the same as the root note of the chord, moved down one, no, not even moved down an octave. It's actually the same octave, but it's a different instrument, which means I need a new track, right? So, so, so. Hmm. I guess I could just make like an auto bass function. Sure, why not? Oh, actually, am I not already? I'm not. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if I should maybe just move the track creation into the part so I don't have to redo this entire thing again. No, but I have to do the time offset. Right, that's why I did it like this. Okay. So I'll tell you what, we'll just do like that. And we'll do chords like that, and then we'll return melody, chords, and bass will be a make auto bass, and that needs a song, a part ID, and actually make auto bass will just need the chords. So function make auto bass is just the chords, and it automatically constructs bass from chords. There we go. It's a very boring function. Um, so for that, we just say const bass I note bum, 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 return bass, and that's an I note. And then we do for const item of chord node of chords. And what is this complaining about? Oh, and then we say const lowest notes will be equivalent to an I note, a record actually, it'll be equivalent to a record of I notes like that, and we'll say the if lowest note dot time and dot MIDI is less than the note dot MIDI. So if that does not exist, or if the lowest notes does not exist, or the lowest note is less than the current note. No, if the current note is lower than that one, then we do lowest notes, note.time equal to note. And then at the end here, we can say const note after lowest notes. And right, that's how do I best do this? Object dot values, and we do base dot push duration note dot duration time note dot time MIDI note dot MIDI and velocity note dot velocity. There we go. Make auto bass, yada 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 yada, and that creates an extra track for us with just the bass. Then we import that one, place it there, and then we set this and this, and we set it to 200%, 200%, and I believe we used the acoustic. There we go, and we need to move those down a notch and move that down a notch. Right. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell octave, but whatever. I'm gonna Google it. Octave, 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 music. Octave. Okay, it is. It is octave. Okay, I'm not insane. Good, very good. Now, now, I want to implement some drums. This is where things get weird. I guess I should just try to see if I can't make something really quickly that I can put under it. Uh, okay, let's see here. I believe something simple's probably the way to go. Hmm. You know what? That's actually kind of working, I think. Uh, hmm, 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 hmm. You know what? This is not like this is it's not gonna blow anybody's mind, but if you play this as like background music, I don't think anyone would think twice about it. And obviously, we could do stuff like boost up the bass or the kick a bit. Um, or we could face this up a notch. Right, so this is actually surprisingly decent. All things considered, especially considering we're just sort of winging it a bit. Now, obviously, I have meddled a bit with this, so I'll have to... Okay, so... I want to probably make BPM randomly generated to do 70 to 90. I think he used that YouTuber, so I'll take this and do something to randomize song structure. Yeah. Right, so first things first, the beats. I'll probably need hats and actually, can I just do like this? It's a little bit of a trick, but whatever, right? Can't make beats. That's not my structure so far. Make beats. Card ID is number, and we'll return an array of items, and that'll permit us to set up all the beats the way we want. Okay, so what's the best way to handle this? I guess it's just to get a hold of... This is a really good song. 7DD9 Fighting the Creature. That's a surprisingly good song. Noted. Let's see. So I need my... Just steal this and go down here to my other thing, and let's see, we'll do cards. Okay, so we'll do kicks, and we'll do hats, and we'll do snares. This is a really good song. Hold on, I have to favorite this. This is a really, legitimately good song. There we are. Okay, so, right, I know, and do that for the rest of them as well. So I wonder if I can just reuse my concept from before, actually. How does FL Studio split this up? It splits it up into beats and 4 per beat, right? So one of these, yeah. So FL Studio splits it up to 16ths. I guess I should do the same for the sake of simplicity. Okay. Should I just steal my own code? Why not? Why not? Just steal that, borrow this. Kicks, hats, and snails. And I probably don't have to worry about this. Instead, if I just do a let I equals 0, I is less than, what are we saying, 4 maybe? That's 4 per bar, right? No, that's 4 bars in a, yeah, okay, yeah, 4 bars in a thing. Just reuse that variable and add it to the heads and the snares instead. This is gonna be a bit iffy, but whatever. Okay, this one also kind of rocks. Okay, so back up to my bar here. That's the wrong one I copied, seems like. Just go back up and steal my original bar. That's this one. So I guess that would be too much. So if we go and we'll snap that. Actually, this one has to always be the same. So that'll just be bar length divided by 4. Oh, it'll be step length, I guess. There we go. Hmm. Okay, let's see how this works out. I'm not so sure about this one, to be honest. There we go. Okay, so we've got labs up to 200, labs up to 200, acoustic bass, and then we've got this that we want to turn all those down, and those should be kicks and snares and hats. And we're going to put that there, and we want to grab this, move it down a notch, this, move it down a notch. Okay, let's listen to this mess we've made. I'm just quickly add in some filters just so we have a bit better audio here. Let's see. Okay, let's see how this works out. Huh? Oh, oops. Wrong thing. This one is that one, is that one, which is that one, and then that one has all the reverb. Something's not right here. That's not a kick. Hello? Are we, what? FL Studio? Are you, are you, are you good? What? Why is it opening up the... What? Okay, hold on. Okay, and now kick. Okay. That's not right. How do I solve this? Copy that. Delete that. Pull in a kick. Mark it as number 4. Select and I have to, okay, fine. FL Studio really not living up to the money I paid you. So that's an 808 CH on number 5. And then a 909 rim on number 6. Okay, let's try this again. Wait. Oops, accidentally forgot. My bad. Okay. So it seems like modify beat parts to be more repetitive and less reliant on time offset. Initial beats. Let's see, I think it's almost time for me to have some dinner, but I would like to see if I can quickly improve this before I go. Let's say between 4 and say between 2 and 4 for each bar. No, sorry, between 4 and 16 because the bar is 15 and this is the note time. And right now it's reliant on the thing that came before it, which it should not be. It should be dependent on purely the bar length, and I need to figure out how to prevent overlap. How do I prevent overlap? That's the real question. I guess just calling. So for let j equals 0 just less than. No, what am I doing? For con. No, wait. Note of notes if let held times equals. I can make it a set. Finally, a use for sets. It's such a rare thing. If held times dot has note dot time. Held times dot set note dot time. Then I wanna const final notes, and that'll be an inote array, and that'll return that, and continue and push the note. There we are. Okay. I wonder what happens if I just try to open this one. acoustic, acoustic, and then kick. Nope. Okay, it did it again. How do I prevent that? Hmm. Okay. Alright, fine. If that's how you want to play it. Kick acoustic. Copy that. Delete that. Import that one as number 4. That one will be our DR hi-hats. Right, obviously it can't figure that out. It's too complicated for you. Replacing a track. Seems like it's just getting confused due to like one of them is a sample, I guess, and the other one isn't. Is that what's messing it up? Move that down. Move that down. That one's up. And let's reverb. Okay, let's see what we've built, I guess. Okay, let me choose a slightly less intense kick, maybe. Okay. Ah, that's good. That should give us a bit more control over how many appear, and fixed it to reduce this incredible repetitiveness that we had, because that was an issue on my part. Let's see here. Okay. Let's try this again. Just one last time. Okay. Now, let's do this one last time. Okay, I have to make another to-do because And I want to copy over all mm, all the gigs, heads, and snares to new tracks with new instruments because FL Studio messes up the things. Messes up the. What does it actually mess up? It messes up the instruments, I guess. There we go. Improve. And obviously, I could random range this as well between 70 and 90. I think I said. And then let's round that off. Better push it a bit upwards. There we go. Now we have some freedom in that regard, and this is effectively useless currently. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that's probably all I'm gonna do for right now. I would quite like to have some dinner soon. But it seems like we've made a decent amount of progress today, but I'll need to do some more reading up on like the actual details of how these various things work because I still haven't been able to fully replicate this basic lo-fi concept. And by the way, thank you to this guy for making this video. It's quite helpful and it's a very good study guide for some very simple structure in terms of this that I'm making here. So, all in all, I'd say it's a productive day. Quite productive. Quite productive. And it only took 2.5 hours today and 3 hours last night. It's not bad. To do's. Well, I think that does it for now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you.